So, like most people who fish long enough, you get too much tackle for your tackle box. I can't bring everything with me that I would like to. So I thought I'd buy a new tackle box, bigger one. Them things are expensive nowadays. So I decided maybe I'll build my own. But then I had a really good idea. What if I made an extension? Make a flat top. This could fit right on top of it. Down below, have my extension. Make something similar to this. Put a few trays in there, a couple of little trays on the side. So I've come up with a plan, and now it's time to build it. Let's get to work. Okay, I guess the best thing to do is to take whatever you have for a tackle box, set it on your wood, and draw where you need to cut it. And then we'll cut that out. The top piece I want to have a little bit longer. I want the top piece, well, for one thing, the tackle box is going to have to sit on top of it. I'm cutting out the bottom right now. So I make it a little bit wider, just for a little bit better stability. But I'm also going to have little pieces of wood along the sides here and in the back and front, so this can't just slide right off. And I'm going to have this come out a little bit farther on each side, and so it hangs out, and I'm going to drill holes in there so that I can just hang fishing lures in there. Because when I'm fishing and I want to change lures quickly, I hate to have to dig and find out where this goes and put it back where it goes, and so I can just hang one up real quickly. I'll have several on each side, and then when I want to go back to one of those lures, I can do that quickly. I'll also have a couple of holes that are larger in diameter, so I can put my scissors and pliers in there. I think that'll work very well. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And I'll do the top. I'll have a back piece, obviously the sides. The way this box is made, I'm going to make kind of a copy of this part here. Now this opens up. I'm not going to have this part on it, obviously. And these things open up. I'm not going to have those. But I will have 3 of these trays. And then on the sides, I'll have one of the smaller trays on each side. That's going to significantly increase my tackle storage. Alright, I got my bottom and top cut out. Now I gotta mark this where I'm going to put my little ends on, the risers, whatever you want to call them, to hold it in place. Then I can drill some holes here for my lures and pliers. Okay, so now I had to put the tackle box on this piece and center it. So I had to measure my board each way and find the center of the board, and then I had to measure my tackle box each way and find the centers of that, and then mark all that down here. And I drew a line where I want my little risers to go to hold it in place. And then I can see how much this sticks out and where I can drill my holes. Yeah, that works. So I'm going to go ahead and glue and nail these together. I have my bottom, my top. It's cold out here, glue's a little thick. I actually warmed it up a little bit with a heat gun. Alright, I'm going to finish nailing this together. I have a little air compressor brad nailer, but I don't have any nails for it right now. So I found some little nails. The smallest hammer I have right now is a 20 ounce. Probably a little overkill for this. I'm going to go ahead and finish that. Then I've got my sides, back, and bottom together. Probably see the nails went through here. I found some brad nails that worked well for all of this, but they're too long for this, and I just decided the heck with it. I'm going to shoot them, and I'll cut these off and grind them down so that they're flat. And I'm gluing these on too. Alright, I'm starting to get kind of excited about this. To make this long enough for this to fit up here and have things to hold it in place and be able to hang up things on the side, made this long enough so I can put two of these smaller boxes on each side. I was only going to have one. I was going to do the same thing as up here. I was going to have three of the large ones and one small one on each side. Now I can do two on each side. And I decided, what the heck, I'll go a little higher. So instead of three of these, I can put 5 in here. I got to put my dividers in, and I've got to get some rails for these and put those in so I can slide these in and out. And I got to come up with some type of way. I don't want to have a door here really. I might just put like a bungee cord across here. Maybe something. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. So I'm going to try to carry this pretty carefully. I'm going to have handles on the sides. But then I've got this room here. So I think I'm going to make a couple of drawers. I think that'll work pretty cool. You can see on the side there, got a couple of lures hanging there. Got a couple of lures hanging over there. Got my scissors up there. My pliers are on there. So it's still got quite a ways to go. I got a cut out some more pieces of wood. I got to get some rails, got to build some drawers, get some handles, do some painting, but I'm on my way. Right, I actually found this stuff in my garage. Couldn't believe it. Got about 5 foot of it. So I'm going to cut this into pieces, put them in here for little shelves for my tackle boxes to separate them. Awesome, I can't believe I found that. I thought I was going to have to go buy some. So this is going to work pretty good, I think. I'm wondering if I should have angled them just a little bit so that they pulled up. So the bottom one doesn't need one. I just cut these rails out and I've nailed them in there. And I've got more. I didn't nail them in, I screwed them in. Screw them in like that. I think it's going to work good. The very top one won't have one either. That'll just be like that. But I can pull one out. But I didn't have enough, even if I wanted to, I didn't have enough of that. I don't know what this stuff is called. Flashing or I don't know. It's very, very thin. It's sharp. I had to grind it down a few times. I had a piece sticking out after I cut it and got it in my thumb. That didn't feel good. Yeah, I think it's going to work good. So I'm using these for the little drawers or whatever you want to call them. And I realized that these aren't as deep as this tackle box is. So they're going to go way back in there. So what I've done is, for now anyways, I might do something a little different. I just took some wire and tied it here because these have holes in them anyways. So I just tied some wire at the end and you put it in there, and then that can only go as far as that wire is. So that works. The bottom one I'm not using rails, so I just glued a little piece of wood in there. And that stops it. And the top one, I'm going to have to do the same thing, I guess. Put little pieces of wood in there or something. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and paint this. I don't know what color I'm going to paint it yet. I'll have to find something down in the basement, hopefully. But this is a primer. I'm going to go ahead and put this white primer on. I found some handles. So I found them here in the garage. So I got those. I think I've got everything. Still got to make my drawers. So it is very cold outside. It is May 10th and it is in the 30s, and with a wind chill factor it is in the 20s. So it's pretty cold out in the garage, so I'm not painting anything or working out there at all. So I decided to bring this box in here back into the basement and paint it here. I found some house paint here. This is the actual color that the house that I live in is. And I've done one coat. I'm about to do the second coat. And then I guess I can put the handles on in here. But then I got to get back out in the garage eventually. It's supposed to be warming up in a few days. It snowed the other night. I woke up yesterday morning and there was 3 inches of snow on my car. Okay, so these guys were in kind of rough shape. I sanded them down really good and they're ready to be painted. So I'm going to spray paint them with some brass spray paint. Yeah, that looks better. Nice and shiny. So I measured into the middle of this board, figured out about how high I want these to be and measured down, drilled pilot holes, found the center of this to match the center of the actual box. That should be pretty good right there. So again, these are old screws, so they are flatheads. I think I'm just going to put them in by hand because I have an awful time with the drill. Man, it's finally nice today. It's about 60 degrees and the sun's shining and the wind's not blowing 100 miles an hour. Looks good. Now the other side. So I'm getting close to being done here. I've got some hair ties going across here, a little nail here and here, and those keep those in there well. And I've got a little small bungee cord there, and stuff is not coming out. I'll be carrying it with the handles. And I'm going to keep it fairly upright anyways. So I think that's going to work well. I got my piece of wood up here, so this can't slide way back in. So now all I got to do is build a couple drawers. She's coming out good. I'm getting ready to build my drawers, and I came up with an idea. I measured out, this is 24 3/4 inches long, so I measured out the inches. Let's see if you can see that. So now, when I get a fish, I can just lay it right on there and measure it. Made my drawers. I put a divider right about in the middle of one. I put one kind of in the back of the other one so that I can put longer things in there like pliers. So here it is. She's all finished, ready to go. Got my drawers in, painted it. Gotta put another coat on the drawers. That cedar kind of soaked that paint right in there. But this is what it looks like. This is pretty much what I wanted. However, there is a problem. In my canoe, this is now too tall. And there's a couple reasons for it. The biggest is my canoe has oar locks. And I have oars here, and I can row the boat. And I like to row the boat some. I have an electric motor that I use. But I do like to do some rowing. Plus, when I get close to where I'm going to be fishing, I like to row to be really, really quiet, work the shorelines, the weeds, things like that. And just to turn around, I can actually turn around a lot quicker with one of the oars than I can with the electric motor. So the problem is, the way my canoe is made, this is pretty close to me. I can't get it further away without it being so far away I can't reach it because there's like a seat right back here, and all of a sudden I can't go very far with the oars because they hit here. So I'm taking really teeny tiny strokes and I can't turn real well. And if I have the oars in the water and the wind starts blowing and moving you, or I forget they're in there and I turn the electric motor on, the oar will come flying across here and smash into this and try to tip this right over. If the door's open, it'll break the door right off. So it doesn't work in my canoe. it would work in most boats. Even a decent rowboat, you could get it far enough away where you wouldn't be hitting it. And, you know, other boats, this wouldn't have to be on top of it probably. You probably have enough room to have these separate. In my canoe, I do not. So, that kind of sucks. But, there's light at the end of the tunnel. This holds 2 more of these trays, 2 more of these trays. With these drawers, this is holding as much, if not more, than this thing did anyways. So I can eliminate this and use this as my tackle box. I'm losing a lot of storage, obviously, by not having 2 tackle boxes. But I can put more in this, especially since I got one of these. This is pretty cool. This is deeper than these, so I can put more stuff in here. Or, you know, larger stuff in there, things that wouldn't fit in here. And this is still plenty low enough, plus this is where the oars go right through here anyways. This can be put back here. I've got some room here to work on stuff, put stuff down. I got room on each side. I can move this over and have a nice little table here to work on. If I want to, my drawers can come out and be right there so I can have easy access to them. So I think that all works very well. I've got my tape measure here built in now so I can measure my fish. And this can always come off and go down here, and then I've got lots of room up here. So I think that this is going to be my new tackle box. Plus I've got my places for my scissors, my pliers, hanging lures. Right now I've got my scale hung there. So I think this is my new tackle box. I can still use the other one when I want to. I can, especially if I'm going maybe just fishing shore at my aunt and uncle's camp or something, I can carry that one down. It's a little easier to carry. If I'm working a shoreline or something, you know, fishing from shore, or say like a river or a brook, I have a bag. This comes with a strap. I don't have it on it right now, but I can put this right over my shoulder. This holds quite a little bit of gear actually. It holds a bunch of these little boxes. You got pockets on the sides and the front. I could also bring this with me because, again, I think I can row. I haven't tried it yet, but I think I'll be able to row with this. This I can move around a little easier too. I could stick it down here if I needed to. I lose a lot of foot room for a minute, but I could work on here for a moment and put this back up. So I think this is my new main tackle box. I think it came out well. I know it's not a very good looking thing, and I'm sure a lot of you have some carpentry skills, could make it look a lot nicer. Some of you are probably pretty creative, can come up with some neat ideas, but I'm happy with this. Hey, thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot, and I will be able to make more and more videos for you. Thanks.